So hi everybody, and welcome to another episode of my hair care journey, my hair care routine, which can sometimes be a bit challenging, as are all things in life. But we must remember it's every day we take a moment at a time. Every journey begins with one simple first step. Now, I shampoo every week, as I have told you in another video, and there are some times, for whatever reason, when the shampoo is done and when I do my deep conditioner, my hair just doesn't have the feel I want it to have. And last week is one of those weeks. I don't know what was happening. You do know that I stretch my relaxers for as long as possible, so it means there's always a lot of new growth, and you can't have length if you don't have a lot of new growth. So you've got to make sure that you moisturize the hair sufficiently so it doesn't break during the time between relaxers. And I don't relax my hair until I just can't manage to do it anymore, and I feel as if I'm doing more damage than good by stretching it. So it's always very thick up here, so whenever you see my hair, it's likely that it's going to be very poofy in there, and I quite like the poof because it feels good. When you're thinking about something, you want to stick your fingers in there as well, and you want to feel it, and somehow it adds perhaps some cerebral power to your thought processes. But you don't always want it to feel that hard. So as part of my routine for this week, I need to shampoo, but my hair needs extra moisture. So I'm going to do a conditioning before my shampoo. So I'm actually going to mix my conditioner with my carrier oils, with my essential oils, and I'm going to apply it to my hair as I would apply a deep conditioner after shampoo, only that I'm doing it before my shampoo because I want a lot more moisture than I have at the moment. If you don't have the moisture, the hair is going to break. You don't want the hair to break. If the hair is breaking, you can't keep length. So I'm actually going to be using this shampoo, this conditioner, for the first time. I normally use like Hello Hydration or even Kira Care, but invariably I use one of the cheaper shampoos for my conditioner before shampoo. This time I'm using the Herbal Essences brand, and it has argan oil. It says Argan Oil Repair, 90% natural origin. It has no parabens, and there's a big thing about the parabens, so I try to avoid them. But to be honest with you, if there are parabens, I'm not too bothered about them because my research has not taken me into the evils of them as others may have. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is to apply the amount I think my hair is going to need to my conditioner bowl, and it will need a lot. It's feeling quite hard, bit of a drag at the moment, so I need a lift. So I've got quite a bit of good dollop in there, as you saw, a lot of it that in my bowl, and I'm gonna put all of my good stuff in there. I'm putting a little bit more of argan oil, even though the conditioner says it has argan oil. I'm putting it in because this is a really good carrier oil. It's from Morocco, and it's just loaded with goodness in it. Yeah, so I've put that in. The writing's too small, I can't read it, but it's a really good carrier oil. If I could just tell you what the research says about it, then maybe it can help. But it's just one of those that will carry the essential oils to the hair, just like the coconut oil, your jojoba, your extra virgin olive oil. Those carrier oils will help to take the essential oils to the hair, and the essential oils help with repair, scalp treatment, with growth, and all different kinds of things. I'm not going to be using any coconut oil today, and that is because my hair is feeling a little bit hard, and the coconut oil does have a little bit of protein in it, perhaps a lot. And the last thing I want is my hair to be hardened today because of what I'm feeling. So I'm going to put in my extra virgin olive oil straight from the kitchen, but I normally keep a bottle in my cupboard as well. So I'm going to pour a nice dollop of extra virgin olive oil in my mixture. I do this freehand. I can't tell you how much to put. I don't like to be a slave to measurements or labels or anything like that. And always my Jamaican black castor oil, always, even if just a little of that, it goes in. Yeah? So that's my other carrier oil. So I've used the argan oil, the extra virgin, and now the Jamaican black castor oil. And to those I'm going to add a little bit of neem oil. And neem is also one of the carrier oils that's reputed to be good for the hair. This says it's a vegetable oil pressed from the fruit and seeds of the neem tree. It has many health and garden benefits, and also it works well for skin, hair, and pets. It includes soothing and treating dry, irritated skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, cuts, and burns. So it's also good for those skin disorder which do manifest themselves in the hair as well. So I'm going to put a tiny bit of that neem oil in there. And I love rosemary. This is such a brilliant flavor, brilliant fragrance. Oh, really love that. Rosemary oil, I'm going to give that 3 to 4 drops of that in there. Lavender, beautiful lavender. If you've got a headache, this can help to soothe it. But this is also another essential oil, so you don't want to go too heavy with that. But I love the fragrance just as I do the rosemary, so I may be a bit heavy with that. Tea tree, another essential oil which is good for stimulating the scalp. So you want about 6 drops of that. Yeah, go easy at first, and I would advise that you just test it, make sure that you have no allergies. Your skin has no allergies to those oils before you actually do apply them. And there's a 24-hour method that you are advised to use to see if you will have any allergies with these oils before you actually put them in your hair. And now I'm going to just give this mixture a nice mix. Guys, I'm telling you, my hair is so, it's like a whole something going on up there. It's so thick. I really don't do this counting of the weeks as everybody else is inclined to do, because when a journey is for life, I'm not too interested. I just know I don't go more than twice for the year to do my relaxer, and I will go back so long as I can't manage it anymore without breaking it, and that's usually after about 6 months or so, or coming up to 6 months. I just like to detangle a little bit before I apply my concoction. And then I'm going to mix my oil and I'm going to apply it to my hair. But it is really quite heavy up there, and it doesn't help that it is now 34 degrees Celsius in Kingston. Yeah, it does need a bit of trimming as well. So when I do my next relaxer, I will trim, because I'm not that interested in the length. I want health. So I'm gonna, just before I mix, I'm gonna just take this side up, take some heat off of my neck back. Yeah. And then I'm gonna mix it and apply to one side and then to the other. I hope you're doing well, all of you and your families. Remember to try and be close to them as you can. Right, so I'm gonna mix my, look at that, can you see? It's beautiful. I'm gonna give it a good mix and then start my application so you can see. Here's my spoon for mixing my my conditioner with my essential oils. Just give it a nice little stir. Depending on the size of your pot, then you might not be able to stir very hard, but for me, this is not a big pot, and my hair will sometimes take all of this conditioner and a little bit more, depending on how dry it is, how much it needs. So sometimes when I'm done with this, I have to make another small amount to get in there. So I hope this will be fine. All of this depends on the length of your hair. And it also depends on how much your hair needs. The strands will speak to you by either lapping it all up or not taking too much. You have to be able to listen to it. So once I've given it a good mix so that it's all combined, again I will use my application brush just as if I'm doing a relaxer. And on my dry hair, so remember my hair is not yet shampooed, so on my dry hair I'm going to do this. And it is literally soaking up all of this. My God, it's like when you've taken a donkey to the well. But you just apply it. The thing about it, you see, if you have short hair, if you start your journey with a short hairdo, each time you do this, you get so used to doing it that it comes almost second nature to you. Even holding your arms up like this, some people may have some pain. I don't, because I'm so used to doing it. I can literally do it even probably without a mirror, because I've done it over 1,000 times now in the last however many years. Normally when I'm doing this, I'd be listening to some hearing or the other. I'd be listening to the parliamentary sittings, or in Jamaica, could be the Public Accounts Committee, could be the House of Representatives, could be the Senate. I'd listen to whatever debates in the UK, in the United States, court hearings, or whatever it is that is of interest to me. So I never waste a moment. I don't really have the time to spare. So I have to always do more than one at a time. And that way I don't feel guilty about spending too much time focusing on my hair, because I'm always doing something else. Yeah. So why I had to detangle, make sure my hair does not pop when I'm passing the comb through. to get to the roots. I don't know about you, but I really love the feel of my natural roots. It's really beautiful feel. Nice and curly. But if you don't moisturize, then it's not going to be soft. So what you need to do is to start getting into your hair those shops, walk the aisle, see what oils they have, read the ingredients, make sure that there's no salt in it. The oil you're going to be using for your hair must not contain salt, or it will break the hair. So you need like cold press oil. Get familiar with what you're going to be putting in your hair. The same oils you use for your hair, you should be able to use most of them after testing on your skin, because all of these things, they sort of go hand in hand. Yeah. Now you've got to understand the difference between the carrier oil and the essential oil. If you still don't understand, just have a look at a previous post by me or see any other that there is. But the essential oil is one that you will use just drops of. Usually they come in a smaller bottle anyway with the dropper, because you're not meant to use heavy amounts of those. Yeah. And you just keep doing that. Find something that you can listen to in the meantime as you do this weekly, and then you ensure that when you're done with this, whatever it is you have to do after, you can be using up some body sweat to get some nice heat in there, or you sit under a steamer, a hair steamer. I do have a nice hair steamer here that I use sometimes, and I may have to use it today because of how my hair feels, but my God, it's so hot. Normal temperature outside is so high that you don't really want to go through all that again. But I can do that because I have legal work that I can do while I'm sitting under it. And you just do that. You see, my hair is really absorbing this and probably thanking me for it. When I do this and I shampoo my hair, I just do an ordinary quick conditioner. I don't let the conditioner after shampoo sit on it again. You just have to learn how to listen to your hair. You will know when it wants protein or deep moisture treatment. If it feels hard, then you'll probably need to ease up on like the coconut oil or any protein-based oil. And just make sure that you use oils that can take endless amount of moisture to the strands. I always do this little bit of massaging. If the brush feels a little awkward for you, you can always feel free to use your hands. Yeah. I'll give that another bit of massaging soon, but I tell you what, the side I've done feels 1,000 times different from this side that I have not yet touched. So I think I heard right from my hair this time. It really needed a pre-poo, as they might call it. It's really just something before the shampoo, and the pre is a prefix for before, no? So I'll do the same to this side. Let's see. The conditioners as well, you just walk in the shops. I mean, there's so many lovely ones. I don't think I'd be able to give you all the good ones that there are. There are some that I always go back to. I always have them. Yeah. And perhaps I will have to show you my many containers at one point in time. I mean, I usually use the Hello Hydration for this process, but I just don't have any at the moment. So I'm trying this one here. This is the Herbal Essence today, and it's not feeling bad. So it's all about experimenting, really. And that side took so much of the conditioner. Looks like I may need a little bit more in this pot to get through this side. Let's see. And if you just plan your days right, this is not going to be cumbersome at all. Don't do it unless you have the time. It takes patience. And because you are going to be discovering something you've never really paid a lot of attention to before, you will require the time. But once you get the hang of it, you see, my hair is so thick in the roots there. Once you get the hang of it, you'll be good. Yeah. And when I'm done, shampoo and conditioned, I roll a set. I hardly do blow dryers and hot iron. Those things are bad for your hair. Really bad if I'm going to do them any at all. Like when I'm doing TV, then I've got to use my heat protector. And usually there's a good one, the Tresemme line, that I use. But to be honest with you, I'm not a fan of the hot iron at all. I love to feel my big poofy head of hair. Love it. So this Herbal Essence Pre-Poo doesn't feel bad on the hair, which is what you want. I'm going for moisture. I've got a lot of new growth, and it's only moisture that's gonna take me through. You want to soften the line between your relaxed hair and your natural hair, what they call the line of demarcation. You keep it nice and soft so that the hair doesn't break. Yeah. what you might want to do is to get into a routine. Fix a day. You know your schedule best, so fix a day that works for you to do this. If you are going to the gym after work, then you might want to try and get home if you can. Apply your conditioner to your hair. Cover your head in the gym for one day of the week and let your body heat from all that workout do the job for you. So you will not need a dryer. You will not need a steamer to get all of these oils penetrating the shaft of the hair. All you will need is time when you get home to wash it all out and to hopefully set or wrap or whatever you do. If you do use the blow dry, you're going to expect to have some heat damage, but that's up to you. It's all a personal choice, because some people just, one, can't set, two, don't have the time, or their schedule just does not allow it. Yeah, so everything just goes back to what works for you. You see that my hair is almost dry, even though I had a whole pot of, look, that is gone, and I'm not done. I'm not even done. I'm gonna need a little bit more. You see, I could feel it. I could feel my hair being really, really dry. Bone dry, really. So I'm not surprised that it has done this now. But it feels so good to do this. So good. I'm gonna put just a little bit more. One little more dollop. And I'm gonna repeat this process quickly, if I can. A little bit more EVOO. A little bit more castor oil, a little bit more argan. Sometimes you just don't get the estimate right, do you? Just a drop or two of tea tree. Go for two. Just get my hand here. A little bit more lavender. Rosemary. And a little bit more neem. And I shall just give it. So you get that, because ordinarily I think my hair would be fine with this pot full, but this is not an ordinary day for my hair. So it requires a little bit more. So I'm giving it to my hair. I'm gonna pop a little bit more conditioner in there. So this bottle will probably last me 3 to 4 uses, if so many, because it does take a lot for me. It's a little bit warm. I'll try my yeah. So I'll now just get some for my ends. And as much as I pay attention to the roots, I've got to do the same for the ends. In fact, for everywhere. Yeah, coming down to the absolute ends now. So when I'm done, I'm gonna cover my head with a cap or a saran wrap, cling film, or if you don't have any of those, an ordinary plastic bag from the kitchen will do. Just learn to improvise. It's the beauty of life. Nothing needs to be one way. Anything that can work should work. And you give it a nice massage there. So you would the other side. Some more because I have it. And my hair is not refusing it. And I think it needs it. I love the feel of this. Love it. And the smell is to die for, guys. So when you do set your hair and you're pulling it out, nice freshly shampooed hair coming off the rollers, when you walk down the street and you have windswept hair, the fragrance is just delish. Alright, I'm gonna put a little bit more in here, and that will be it for my pre-poo. See, even here feels a bit dry already. It's as if I've never had enough. Oh. Wow. Give a good dollop of that there. Run it through. All through and through. Don't be worried if you have some strands of hair coming out. We have to shed hair daily. Natural part of regeneration and growth. It's when it's much more than normal that you've got to do something on the inside as well as on the outside. Don't forget the nape of your neck. Just massage it in. Massage it in, guys. Nice. Yeah. That's it for now. I'm going to cover my hair with my plastic cap, and I'm going to go under my hair steamer today because my hair needs it. And you do whatever is necessary for you, and I'll show you the results. But keep at it. The journey is long. There's no instant or immediate gratification, but it just feels good to understand your body, your hair, your skin, your thought processes, everything. Take control. Take control. Don't forget to like, comment, and to subscribe for more of Emily's hair journey, and I'll be posting more matters of interest in the areas that I am interested. and hope that you will be interested in them too. So like, comment, subscribe, and take good care. Next time.